Every mainstream religion is constantly under attack by power-hungry people that would like to hijack the religion for their own ends. So what happens is, if a belief system gains popularity, right, if it starts to gain influence, well, people see that and they say, oh, this system has influence, I would like a piece of that. And so they worm their way into the system and they try to position themselves as an influencer within that belief system to push people towards their agenda. So you can think of like the obvious examples of a Muslim that straps a bomb to his chest and blows himself up because somebody told him that that was the will of Allah. Was that really the will of Allah? Of course not, right? But it benefits somebody, and somebody noticed that this person, or this group of people rather, was very dedicated to serving the will of Allah, and thought, well, if I could dictate to them what the will of Allah is, they will do my bidding. Or the same thing with like the Christian church that invites in a bunch of trannies to dance naked in front of children, right? Is that what Jesus wants? Obviously not. But somebody wants that, and somebody will be with, a psychopathic personality will tell everybody that that's what Jesus wants in order to push some sort of agenda. And no religion is immune to this, right? And if you follow a religion that's small and not influential, if it gets influential, it will become the same idea, right? And even if you don't follow a named religion, like you're not a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu, you're just spiritual. Well, guess what? The spiritual movement, the spiritualist movement, has exactly the same thing. If there are a lot of people that are spiritualists and there are certain influencers that are spiritualist influencers, then those people, those influencers, are going to be under a lot of pressure to push certain agendas, and there are going to be people as well that pretend to be spiritualist to push an agenda, right? And so everybody, all of us, no matter what our belief system is, we have to be constantly on guard for this, and we have to recognize that just because somebody claims to be the same religion as us does not mean that they're a good person, right? It does not mean that they even are of the same religion. They could very easily be lying, and there are a lot of psychopathic people out here who see the influence that religions and belief systems have and would love to have a piece of that influence for themselves, and will lie, cheat, and steal and do whatever it takes to get that. So always be on your guard and recognize that religions get corrupted, right? Probably every mainstream religion that exists right now is very much corrupted, and so we have to be on our guard, and we have to be thinking, okay, just because our pastor or our priest or the guy on YouTube said something, is it really true? Like, does this really make sense, or is there an agenda behind it? If we can do this, instead of just accepting what the influencers say blindly, what fallible human beings say blindly, then all of our religions will be a heck of a lot better.